with Shadow and Trey. We're back. I know it's a little later than I said, but there's been some controversy with the points. And leaving the last broadcast, Celtics was in, right? Well, AJG, driver of this number 23 car, he had some questioning about the points and how they're done, and uh, the admins, the commissioner of Giggity Racing League, they're all good people. I'm all ears. You tell me what's your point of view? What did you see? Because we're all human. People, you know, will miscalculate things every now and then. That stuff happens. But that's the good thing is that
Basically,
they'll
the
listen.
calculator got
Yeah,
confused.
yeah,
It overheated.
the
Hey, real
calculator
quick,
was doing a bunch of things. What's up?
guys. That race is still under review.
It's still under review.
So
Love it.
we're going to score 4 drivers. As of right now, only 3 drivers matter. That would be AJG, who I have right now is advancing. We have Spanker, and we have Plant. However, we will keep track of where Celtics finishes because it is still under review. But however, I need to get this race going.
Yeah,
So it is
okay.
still under review.
All right, that's good to know. Were you allowed to be on the broadcast there so everyone can hear that, or do we need to
I
reiterate
am
it?
on allow.
All
I
right,
am on
perfect.
Well,
So I
all.
don't have to reiterate that.
here's my thing, Teddy. Why
We're
don't you just
just
put
now. I just sent invites for qualified, just so you guys know
all
where
right,
we're sitting.
all
All
right.
right, thank you.
Here's my point of view, Teddy. Why don't you just let them 4 drivers just race it out for the championship? Just it kind of
We
gives
Here's the
two.
deal. We're not going to change rules for anybody. If Celtics was eliminated and Celtics wins this race, it would be unfair to say that he's the champion. Um, Also, right now at this very moment, I can tell you it's been confirmed that Celtics has been eliminated. It's no longer under review. I was waiting on another picture. I've received that picture. Celtics has officially been eliminated, and the reason behind that is because of when Fluffy backed out of the last race.
Oh, wow.
Mm, oh wow! So
Fluffy backed out of stage 1, while the had he backed out in stage 2, AJG would be eliminated, but because he backed out at the very end of stage 1, that advances AJG instead of Celtics, as they did tie dead even in points.
wow, that's
Wow. You see,
I
that's
know
something that we didn't even think about, right?
that's just the tough race. Like that's how close these points are.
That's
And
where the
We
cookie
had
crumbles.
the
That's
final
not.
points was Celtics with 57 points at the end of that race, AJG at 58, and Spanker and Plant both tied at 59.
All right.
So all 4 drivers were decided within 2 points.
Holy cow.
You
and
literally can't ask for a better finish in the state round of 4 than that right there.
Man, dude. That's crazy.
I'm saying it's a tough pill for swallow for Celtics who thought he was in, but actually got booted out. But that's just a tough race of points racing. Anything can ain't. You really have to.
Yeah. See,
Hey,
In
that.
qualifying,
that's
I was
why
rear-ended by the 2 car.
that's why I was saying, man, like
So let
you
me ask you
gotta
this,
just run
Teddy.
your race, You
Let me
gotta
ask you this,
just run it.
Teddy. If Celtics would have won the pole for the Daytona race, would that make a difference?
It would not have made a difference, as that would be a playoff, and he entered the race with 7 playoff points, and that would have given him 8, but AJG entered with 30. So realistically, I want to give a big shout out to Celtics, who was eliminated, but he made up 22 points on AJG to even make this a question.
I'm pumped for him, man. So
In one
dude,
race, he made up 22 points.
dude,
You can't, or
he's great.
23, apologies.
I'm a
Apologies. He
fan.
entered at
I'm a fan
7.
of everyone.
AJG entered at 30. That's a 23-point difference. And he made it up in one race to be able to tie the points leader. With that
Yes.
said, I know somebody that's going to be racing as a man on a mission. If I had to put my money on who's going to win Homestead, I'm putting it on the 88 car.
I think
Yeah.
with him,
He's on a mission,
he's
dude.
going. He ain't like saying right now. He's going to show you lucky that it ended like this. Because if it didn't, you're looking at your champion right now, which I just feel bad for that 88 car. I know he was hoping.
The fact that he made up 23 points in one race, I'm putting money on him as a high draft stock for next season.
Yeah.
But that's part of racing, you know. Like we were talking about earlier, you know, the regular season is all about making it to the playoffs. But once you get to the playoffs, you start realizing that you slacked a little bit in the regular season compared to other people, and you really should have picked up them playoff points.
Yeah. You gotta take everything. I think that's one of the first things we said. Every position matters. Every second, every inch. Don't take anything for granted. You know, you can't. So wait, you're qualifying right now while you're talking to us about this stuff?
Yeah,
That's pretty
absolutely.
impressive.
We're on lap 6
That's
out of
pretty damn
11.
impressive, man. I give that to you, man. Very impressive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't multitask. I
It's
chew gum.
funny.
I have to stop when I'm walking, man. It's bad.
It's funny as we talk about this. Is I'm in qualifying. You know how they do like it's like a race, but the best lap is really all that matters. I'm riding third in position. A couple cars haven't pitted, and those couple cars are the likes of me, Celtics, Mills Nation, and Boomhauer. We haven't pitted. Everyone else has pitted. The car that's P1 right now is Celtics.
Yo, I'm pumped for Celtics, dude. I swear, I'm gonna go
And
back to all these races that I've broadcasted. I'm gonna listen to myself and talk about Celtics and be like, yep, yep, I knew
you
it.
know, whether or not he made the final 3,
Just kidding.
the man had a great season. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
The caliber of drivers that we have here at the Giga Racing League, to be able to say that you finished P4 in our Cup Series, our top series,
yeah.
uh, you can't be upset.
You know what?
You know,
Actually, there's one thing that I think we're overlooking, and it's AJG. He's a young kid, right? And
he's a young kid.
he was very calm, and he seemed very calm and mature when he was going over the points stuff earlier, right? I give him a lot of
Man,
credit
he's a
for
man
that.
that
I give him a lot of
not
credit
only
for
that,
that. You
he's
know?
a kid that entered. He started the season in the Xfinity Series. He moved up. We have now, just for the viewers, so that you know, we run a 14-week schedule. The first 10 weeks are that's 20 races because we typically do 10 races or 2 races a night, and because we just decided to end a little sooner because of NH4 coming out, you know, next week. Otherwise, we'd be in NH3 finishing our season while NH4 is out. Um, However, out of 20 races, we mandate that you must make 12 races in order to make the playoffs, which is 6 full weeks. At the end of the with what was it, 3 4 weeks, at the end of the third week, which would be leave you at exactly 12 races remaining,
Okay.
he decided that he was ready to run Cup. His schedule would work, so his captain decided to bring him aboard. And I told him, I said, look, here's the deal: if you miss one race, you're no longer eligible to make the playoffs in the Cup Series. And he's told me, he swore up and down, he said, I promise you I won't miss a race. And he was accurate. He was true to his word. He did not miss a race, and he made the playoffs. And with the amount of wins that he accumulated in that amount of time, and the stage wins, he became the points leader going through the playoffs. And here he is in Homestead trying to prove, hey, I'm the best we got. I'm going to be the champion. Now here's the
Yeah.
other end of this. He will start dead last as he missed qualifying.
Oh, he missed qualifying, yeah? Alright.
On his own decision, he chose to start in the rear. We have
Why?
9 drivers at Homestead. He chose to start
Why?
in the rear. To me, that says, I'm a champion. I'm champion caliber. Let me prove it. I'll start last.
Yeah, but
Let me
why did
pass
he?
the rest,
I
everybody else.
appreciate that. But why? What was his point on
I didn't hear. I
that?
think
Yeah.
he was still trying to make sure that I got the right point stuff. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
I
he
think
was
he was
going
trying
over
to
stuff
guarantee that.
himself. I respect that. I
I had
respect
to
the
get
shit
the
out
race
of the.
going, you
Yeah.
know. And however, kudos, man. At the end of the day, if I could say, "Hey, I'm champion. I started last. I passed everyone, and that's one thing." Or
Yeah.
I lapped everybody. But to be able to say I started dead last, I passed everyone, I beat everyone, I won this race. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm kind
Damn.
of mad at Chatty
I
right
I'm
now.
pumped with him.
What I do
Oh.
wrong?
I've been waiting here for the race to start, and I ran out of popcorn.
I forgot about you and your popcorn,
I
dude.
did
Damn.
just send. Hey, whose chat is this?
I think
Oh,
it's
this is well, it's
Grim's.
yours. It's yours, but it's mine now, right now.
I just sent an invite for Alex Ned. I would like for you to
Woohoo!
accept that.
Get that crazy son of a gun back in here.
And then the invites for you guys are out. Can somebody send Alex Ned one just in case?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can do that.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
Oh, I'm in blue screen right now. Alright.
I got
Looks
it.
like we're
If he
starting to
gets
get
enough
going
party, I
here.
got him. I allowed him. I don't know where he's at.
Alright, I sent him
Who's on
one.
pole? Was Spanker in second? Mills in third? RKM in fourth?
So I want to be
RJ in fifth?
clear real quick on how the rules of this race work. This is the championship race. There will still be stages, but they mean absolutely nothing other than breaking up the race. At the end of the day, the champion will be decided via which car in the 3 finishes the absolute best. You don't have to win. You just have to outbeat the other 2 competitors. How difficult, AlexNet or Enoch, do you believe that to be? How much pressure would be on you if you know there's only 2 cars in the field that you have to beat, but they're running right next to you?
I think that makes it easier than having to think about points. To me, like I said before, man, I try not to think about everything else that's going on around me because I was saying before, you can multitask. I can't multitask. I can't think about those all those things at once. I need to be thinking about the racing, and I think it would make it a little easier. It'd make it easier. I think I would actually want to head games. I would want to try and do head games, some like Tony Stewart type of stuff. You know what I mean? Try and intimidate him a bit. But no, I think it'd be a little easier.
Sucks.
Now here's the positive. For example, right, the first caution of the race just come out. Celtics is your leader. Spanker's in second. Everybody else, AJG and Life is a Plan are 8th and ninth. Do you have a different strategy? Knowing that you're in the top 3, everybody else is in the rear?
At this point in the race, I think I'd want to stay towards the back a little bit, try and figure out my car, but that's my own style, and it doesn't work
If
much.
it's me personally, right? So I would pit and try to go to the rear and see what those 2 have for a car. They're in the rear and you're up front, but that does nothing at this point. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Let's see what plant. Let's see what AJG have. Let's evaluate the competition right now.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
ride
let's do it.
around with
Hell
them
yeah.
through stage 1, through
I
stage
like
As you
two.
it.
say that, you see Mills. He's trying to give a fight for the lead here with Celtics.
Trying to
I
get
get
up
what
to
you're getting at.
Celtics.
I get
There
what
we
you're getting
go.
at, Taddy. Well, they run in the back, get like in the dirty air all around cars. Because the car runs different when you're in clean air compared to when you're running in the back.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
yeah.
maybe not running the dirty air, because that's not necessarily, like that's a big deal later on. But right now, you want to know everything your car is going to do.
Ooh,
How will it
oh,
react in dirty air?
Wow, nice
How will it
wreck
react
in the
in clean
back.
air?
Not a nice wreck, but it definitely took a bunch of cars
that's
out.
Plant's second time getting pushed down pit road.
Uh,
We
anyway,
get a
so you
caution on
want
the
to
field.
see
Second caution here,
how
guys.
does the opponent's car handle in clean air? How does the opponent's car handle in dirty
Yeah.
air? Where is he running? Is he inside? Is he outside? What's his line of preference? If he catches me with 2 laps to go, does he want the outside or does he want the inside?
Okay.
Let me know what lane to block. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about the end of the race. It's not about the beginning.
See,
So at the beginning, figure out what they want.
I like your outlook on it because I agree with you. It's not about the beginning necessarily, but you're thinking of
It's
the
all
other
about.
driver's line, and
Mm,
I was mentioning how I don't ever think about that. Maybe that's the thing that I need to start thinking about more.
it may not be about the beginning of the race, but it's about the finish. And
Sure
at the
is, yeah.
beginning of the race, you can figure out what they're doing that you're not doing. The beginning of every race should be about the knowledge. Figure out what other people are doing that can help you later on in the race.
That's right.
as we see Plant play some strategy. He's up front now.
He got shoved down pit road before that caution. So I think he might have been able to get his pit stop in while he was down there.
As I'm seeing the 88 of Celtics still in the lead, proving that he should have been here.
Yeah, he's got that fire in his eyes right now, and you know what? He's gonna feel good about himself, and he better feel good about himself. I think he did a hell of a job tonight. Um, I'm impressed. He should be happy. He should be proud of himself. Maybe kick yourself in the butt a few times. Like, oh, maybe if I did this a little different earlier in the year. Yeah, those kind of feelings are gonna happen. But he should still be very
At
proud.
the end of the day, the man made up
Hell
23
yeah!
points.
Hell yeah, he did. He did a heck of a job, man.
See, it's kind of funny to think about this, right? When I used to race with a group, a friend of mine's league back on Xbox, I was in the same situation Celtic was in. He's doing exactly what I did that night. I got eliminated the week before. Some stupid stuff. I mean, it was my doing. I was the same thing.
Spanker's in the wall, one of our top 3 playoff drivers in the wall. Plant gets by him, and Plant takes the number 1 of the top 3. Sorry about that, Grim. Not trying to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good, man. That's more important.
He's coming back on the outside. Plant's now in 4th. Spanker's in 5th.
But I was in the same predicament Celtic was in. And what I did is doing exactly what he's doing. I came out with fire under me and straight won this race. Just dominated.
Ooh,
There you go,
Spanker
man.
getting
Yeah,
shot
yeah, you get this
to
different
back in
feel
the
to you,
Ford,
man.
A Plant.
You get this drive.
Oh, here comes Spanker. He's gonna make a 3
Three
wide.
wide.
He's gonna make contact.
3 wide. The 4's going. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that was 4 wide.
Dude, these
Just so we're clear,
cameras.
all the cars that just made contact was the 23, the
Yeah.
9, and the 4.
Funny
the
how it always
47
works out
split
that
those
way.
cars, but the 3 cars making contact were the 3 cars in the playoffs.
Oh my. Yeah.
I got
Oh,
lucky
two
enough to be able to
spins.
split the
Two
difference.
spins takes the 23 with him, but it stays green.
But back to Celtics, because you remember at Charlotte he finished second to AJG. Now, no, what would have happened if he finished for AJG finished second?
That would have taken away those playoff points and 5 points for AJG. Those 5 points being gone, Celtics advances and not AJG.
Wow.
Yes, like saying, I don't want like saying see that as a point that's missed off Celtics, but like still say this guy, he's got a fire lit on his belly. He's wanting to make a statement out here that y'all lucky I'm not here. But as I say that, the '96 of Arcade Him was up front trying to show, hey, I want to go out this season with a bang.
Yo, you know what? You know what's great? How people drive differently under certain circumstances. The 96 and the 88 right now, they got nothing to lose, right? And look at them. They're just all out, you know? Balls to the walls right now. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, looks like who is that?
That's
That
Taddy in the 47.
Oh, Taddy in the wall. That thing, that
I
looked like
get
it
back
hurt.
here, but it might be a clickbait.
He held it down to the bottom without a caution coming out.
Man,
You know,
going through
I gotta say this about this series and this league. Uh, all of Giggity Racing League actually, for the most part. So I was in that accident, a little contact, I end up in the wall, I end up backwards, I hold the brakes, I let the field go, and then I drop down in gear and I get back going. There is no reason to come back across the track and cause a caution. What do I have going
no
for me?
reason at all.
I'm not in the championship battle. I'm just driving, putting some laps
Yeah.
in, maybe for next season, get some more practice at Homestead, get used to the track. I got nothing to prove here.
You know
You know?
what? You're right. And even if it was just a regular, league race, because you mentioned that you have nothing to lose here, right? But even if you
Right.
did have something to lose, hey, you got yourself in that situation. There's no reason to try and put yourself across the track and take people out. You should always
And if you look
react the
through
way
a
that you
lot of
did.
the races here at Giggity, you'll actually see that a lot, where people will get up into the wall and they hold the car up into the wall. If the person behind
Oh yeah,
them
we
doesn't
mention it all
notice
the time.
and
We're
makes
always
some
mentioning
damage,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true racing. If you make the mistake, there's no reason to bring others upon it. A lot of Giggity Racing League, a lot of NH3 racing has an issue with the ping pong effect. You make a little contact, it just pings you off.
Yeah.
But in total, this league is very good about the drivers are very respectful. That if they themselves make a mistake that they cannot cause a bigger issue, they'll do
Right.
just that.
Well,
And
yeah.
like same with going through the grass, getting into the wall. They try to hold their line. The NH3 causes a lot of bigger issues along the ping pong effect, but the overall the drivers are really good at holding their own.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're always saying how great the drivers are in Giggity with keeping it clean, and we've all been racing long enough to know when something's intentional or not. And I've never seen anything. Actually, tonight I did see something that I thought was kind of intentional. I'm pretty sure it was at Charlotte. Don't remember who it was, but I was kind of thinking, wow, that looked intentional. But I've that was the first time. You guys always run clean around each other. You all are very good at saving cars, and you explained it right there too. About when you went to the wall in 3 and 4, you said how you did it. So a lot of people, if there are folks that are watching that aren't really keen with racing online with NASCAR, just these heat games. If you need to learn how to do something, Giggity Racing League's a good way to go about that. You guys are all very helpful and explaining things, and it's really nice to see. Well,
You don't want to be in that predicament where you have to be the one just sitting on the track letting the field go by,
no, you don't.
but you'll respect it at the same time when somebody else does it for you.
Yeah,
When they
'cause-
make a mistake and they hold the car up there, you're gonna respect that.
yeah,
And in fairness, they're gonna appreciate it when you do it for them.
yeah. Because I'm sure.
I don't know.
Sorry, Trey.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we have Pastor Lee with the '88 Celtic. He's working over that 96 try to get his nose
90
underneath there, and looks like maybe the 96 got tight, and he started to plow a little bit and pushed up in 1 or 2, and I left the door open for the 88 to take the lead back.
I wonder if he was
We're actually
letting him.
coming up on green flag pit stops.
Yeah, I wonder if he like. Sometimes I don't like to pit when I've got someone directly behind me because I'm afraid that one of us is gonna mess up.
I
wonder if
just
he was
noticed the
doing
20
that. But that's a
is
good
already
call.
pitted, as is the 42.
Here comes the 88 right behind, coming to pit road right now.
The 4 looks like he stayed out. Life as a plant. But you know, this.
Now there are regulations here for this track in this league.
Okay.
You do not necessarily have to use the pit lane entrance at Homestead, but you must use the pit exit at Homestead.
I
As
agree.
there's a clear designated area, and we mandate that you use that exit road.
Yeah.
Not necessarily at all tracks, but here at Homestead we do.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
By the way, guys, we got a special guest in the booth here. We got our Xfinity champion that just joined the booth.
Xfinity preset champion Kay Larson has just joined the booth.
Kay Larson, welcome. Congrats on your championship, bud. That's freaking sick.
Thank you.
Hey, real quick, Larson, as a champion, going into a race like this, you know, where there's only 3 people battling for it all, what's your mindset?
You just gotta stay out of the trouble, stay up towards the front where you can stay clean the whole race.
Do you, at any point in time, do you sit back and kind of evaluate your competition? Or are you not worried about that and just more worried about yourself?
I'm just more worried about myself, putting myself in good positions all night.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But honestly, hey, I'm not in these positions, so I don't have to worry about that. But I like your way of thinking though, Taddy. Like we were talking before about how your competitors run in that line. Because one thing that I never really focused on, one thing I focused too much on was fast laps. You know, like those qualifying laps, trying to get good lap times. But then I never was running around other cars and seeing what my car would do around other cars. So that's where I kind of have to adapt to your style of thinking from earlier on, saying to see what your competitors are doing. But you know, I think that's a big learning piece for myself. So thanks, that's great.
Well, that's the question every driver asks. Do you want to have a fast car, or you rather have a handling car? And that's mostly what, if I had to choose for, like saying, you can have a fast car on season, it doesn't mean you're going to win every race.
Right.
But like saying, when I'm racing the trucks, I want the fastest every week. But if you can be consistent with your finishes, it makes a big difference.
Man, yeah, completely. Because, you know, you can have a fast car, but you can lose 3 seconds because it's on the edge all the time, and then all of a sudden you lose it. But you know, looking at our YouTube here, thanks everyone for being here. Titans, yeah, you're funny. Yeah, us fast drivers like to prove that we're fast, so we'll start last. Yeah, he likes to rhyme too. Look at that. He can drive and he can jive at the same time.
As the returning champion of this Cup Series Preset Cup Championship, I won Season 1, you know, for Giggity.
Hell
This
yeah,
is now
congrats.
Season 2, and I'm not even in the running. I just want to say the caliber of drivers. I'm running in dead last at Homestead right now. Last season, I won the championship at this same track. The caliber of drivers, nothing against Smitty, nothing against Arcamas. They're both actually beating me right now, but the caliber of drivers in this league has improved so greatly that I just, as a commissioner of the league, I can't speak enough about it, you know?
No, I don't blame you. You should be very proud, man. You've done a great job. Yeah, all of you have. Not, it's not just you, but
Oh,
everyone.
absolutely not. I take
You,
no
you've,
credit for being
you,
the individuals. I come up with the idea to start a league, but
you,
without the admins and the other
right.
drivers, we don't have a league.
I like to say you surround yourself with good company, dude.
I don't
That's
mean to
it.
cut
You
y'all
surround
off
yourself
either,
with good
but it
company.
looks like
The
Plant is
four,
starting to have some
man.
trouble.
Yeah, dude.
He's starting to have some trouble right now. I don't know. Maybe he's got his adjustments may have started to backfire on him. He cannot hold the line. It looks like he's really
Yeah.
loose. He's either bouncing off the top lane or just snapping around. As
You know
you
what's
saw, I
kind of
think.
funny about
Yeah.
that, Trey? It looks just like how Marcus was on Thursday. Exactly how Marcus was.
Huh.
His car ran great in the beginning of the first stage, going to go to the second stage. After making one adjustment, it just made the car terrible.
I'm actually in question of if Plant decided to go no tires. He's
Yeah,
one of our
right.
final 3 drivers. He ends up with the lead. He's starting to fall off and get real loose right now. I'm wondering if he didn't go no tires just to see how that would affect him later on in the race
Hey,
if
why
he's
not?
battling closely with the other guys.
Why not? Stages don't
Again,
matter.
this stage means
Yeah.
absolutely nothing, but it's really good to test what you have if that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. So, you know what I really like? Trey, man, you said he goes up top, he's hitting the wall. He goes on the bottom, he's spinning out. And where do we see him running? He's running dead in the middle. That's great. Lil Man, thanks for joining. He's asking who the final 3 are. Well, that would be this guy right here. Life as a Plant. AJG. And right here, Spanker. You know what?
man.
You know what I've been wanting to say about Spanker? That we haven't been saying anything about him the entire night. This dude is a sleeper right now.
Well, he's one of them guys you don't have to say because he's always there.
Yeah.
If you look at if we were to put
he almost spun around
all the
off
finishing
too.
order for all season, you will see Spanker about inside the top 5 nearly in every race. So he's always been there just running his race. And like I said, he's doing what he says. He's not thinking about the playoffs. He's just running his race right now.
He's that quiet type, but look at who goes to the inside of him, that 23, and I think that is for the championship lead right there.
As we come to they're on the white flag of the,
42's in the wall.
sorry. I kind of got loose there. We're on the white flag of the stage 1, but again, this stage doesn't really matter,
Not at all.
Congratulations to whoever wins it.
No.
Enoch, can you go back through one by one? Who are the drivers that have advanced into this final race?
So it would be AJG in the 23.
Which is Team Toyota?
Team Toyota,
correct?
yes. Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
who's the
man.
next driver?
Let's see, we've got a Chevrolet
Spanker.
of Spanker.
And then who's the other driver?
Well, let me get over to him here. It's
Actually,
well, once you know, it's a Ford. it's a
We have
Ford,
a member
man.
of every manufacturer that has made the championship race. Also,
Yeah.
we have now had a Toyota win the first race at Charlotte. We had a Chevrolet win at Daytona. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
As
Wow.
Chevrolet and Toyota entered tonight dead even tied for the manufacturer title. So if a Chevrolet or a Toyota win this race, that also guarantees the lot
For the manufacturer.
manufacturer title. Chevy has to win the race in order to win. Toyota does not, as they have the tiebreaker. But
Right.
what a break-even group that we have here.
Dude, it's crazy. It all goes back to what we were saying before about every spot, every little bit of the season matters. You can't sleep on any of this, You can't just let your guard
by the way,
down.
guys, AJG did not win that stage.
No, who did? Who the hell won that stage?
Celtic won that. RKM was
Oh.
right behind him, and then it was AJG.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Somehow, I
oh,
finished
shoot.
9th in the stage, and after everybody pitted, Plant came out last.
He might have took a heck of a swing with the car. Remember we were saying it was a little loose.
Adjustments can make your pit stop take longer, but
Can they?
Uh,
I did not know that.
he was in the top. He was in the top 3.
The 9 and the
All the
23
way
are
to 9.
battling right now.
See, here's another thing you gotta think of. What if he's trying something? He got nothing to lose right now. What if he tried something doing stage 2 to see if it's gonna help him in stage 3?
I would. That's what I would be doing.
Enoch, to go a little more with, you said you didn't know that earlier.
Yeah.
If you take 4 tires and 2 cans of fuel and you don't fix your damage, in a
You
no
did tell
damage
me
race,
that. You did tell me that a few weeks ago.
your pit stops will be quicker than if you do a round of wedge. That's an adjustment to the car. The pit stop will take longer. It'll take anywhere from 15.6 to 16-second pit stop.
All right.
Whereas
good to
those who
know.
make no adjustments will be closer to 14.9 to 15.4 in that ballpark.
Don't mean to cut you off, Teddy, but we got a leader change, and it's one of our playoff drivers. Spanker is taking over the top spot, but don't look too far. The third place car, AJ, he's right there. So the guy being in the middle right now is Celtics, and if you're AJ, do you help the Chevrolet get by his teammate just to get closer, or what you want to do in that situation?
You know, man, I think.
Being this early in the race,
Damn,
I'm just
that's
riding.
such a good question.
I don't care which one of those guys does anything. Later in the race, I might try to help Celtics, but Celtics could slow me down trying to help my teammate.
You know, if I was Celtics, I would not want to be around these two guys fighting for a championship.
I do want to say the pace of this race has picked up. Even though it's only stage 2, I'm riding dead last in 9th place. Just
Yeah.
following the pack, and I just set my fastest lap of the race.
Well, look
The
at you
pace
guys.
is picking up.
When you think about it, this is a
And
huge track, and all you guys are still bunched. Like, it doesn't look like you guys are bunched together, but when you think of the sheer size of the track, you guys really are bunched together. This is a good
Oh,
pace. I agree with you.
Celtics getting some help in that 23
Oh
as
my
he
gosh,
slides
that's
up.
amazing.
It's that 23 going to try to make it 3 wide.
Oh
as you see behind him.
no! Oh, the 9 does a great job, Spanker, man.
See, guys, while this is happening, look who's behind RKM.
That 4, dude.
I was good.
Dude,
I was
that
great saying
Ford's been sneaking. He's been sneaking.
Yo.
I'm telling you, he was probably putting adjustments in to see what would work on his car, and it looks like it's making it a lot better right now because he's
I like
moving
that
on the
style.
bottom side right now.
Oh, the 9 gets into the 23 a bit. He didn't mean to do that. You could tell he did not mean to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So he had to lift a bit, but lifting that little bit totally disrupted the car, and it disrupted the 4, who's
Oh,
disrupted
4 caught
the
the
20.
apron.
That was not
Oh.
intentional at all. That's
Look at
The
just
cars are all
Hey,
over
the
the
9
place.
back to the front.
holy
Dang.
cow.
It looked like the 88 caught the apron. He had to check up. 23 had to check up. 96 had to check up. 9 just stayed in the throttle on the outside and just took over the top
Exactly.
spot.
Oh, 42 into the 20. Good job, 20, man. That was sick. You know, all this checking up, man, it's like we got to go to the doctors or something.
With 3 wide in the middle of the pack.
Oh,
contact.
there's that ping pong.
What a save.
effect.
Right up
Shoot.
front here. See, the thing is, though, it's killing him. The way I'm seeing this right now, AJG's slow on the bottom. You just see how the 88 and the 9 just gapped between him and gained on him. For some reason, his car's not going to stick to the bottom. He's got to figure out a different way.
Ooh, 88 goes up into the 23. You know, sometimes I feel when my car's too loose here, I can't go to the bottom. Maybe he's got a looser car. It doesn't like the bottom. But you do want to keep that momentum in it.
See,
so if you're
that's
loose,
like me. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
learn something, too. I'm usually a bottom feeder, but again, I've learned, racing and giggity, I'm trying to be a more multi-purpose lane driver.
yeah.
because
Oh,
I'm
Plant
always
catches the
using.
apron again. He falls back from 8th place.
No,
He tried to
I
make the pass on Smitty and Arkham, and he ends up driving in too hard. And just like you were saying, the whole bottom feeding Plant just ended up paying the dividend for it.
bottom feeding plant. I like that. But man, I know exactly what you're saying. Um, you find different ways to do it. I think the one track that I really learned that from was Kansas. You know, to be to be multifunctional really, to adapt to
If you can't
whatever the
run the
other person's
outside of
doing.
Kansas, you do not have a race-winning car.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
right.
noticed something
But
too, guys.
you got to be able to run that bottom too, because everyone's
You
running
have
that
to have a
top line.
mixture.
Exactly.
You have to have a
That's
mixture.
what. Yeah. That's what.
You need
That's
to
what
be
we're
run
saying,
the
man.
outside to be fast, but you have to be able to get to the bottom to be able
To
to make
pass.
passes.
Damn right. I agree with you
See, guys,
100%.
I just noticed something. I don't know if you guys noted this. All right, Stray's in the chat. He's going to agree with this. All right. So our normal preset champions, right? Giggity Monday Night was a Toyota. Preset champion for Xfinity was a Ford. What's to say Banker comes out and wins in a Chevy? Have all manufacturers winning a championship for Giggity in the presets?
That's too good to be
What?
true. I'm gonna go buy a lotto ticket.
Well, also know a Ford
But
has
I'm with you.
won.
Hell yeah, dude. I like that. Good observation.
Well, I
Sorry,
said, and the other two series, Ford has won in the Custom Cup, and Chevrolet has won in Custom Xfinity.
See?
Holy
You know,
cow,
it's
man.
actually, it's funny you guys bring that up because the Custom Xfinity, we open that up to any driver on any team can run any car that they like. It's non-manufacturer based. So if you take Custom Xfinity out of the scenario, and then the fact that Ford won both Custom Cup and Custom Preset Xfinity, even though Ford is the one series that's been eliminated or the one team been eliminated from the manufacturer title because we do it via wins here, they
Gotta
actually
change
have
for the
more
lead here.
championships than anybody. They actually have more championships than anyone.
Oh,
As,
shoot.
and like saying, we got to change for the lead. You got the 88 of Celtics getting by his teammate Spanker. Now, if you're Spanker, do you just drop behind him and just log laps here?
Yes, I would. I mean, I'm not trying to push the subject and risk wrecking myself. Like, look at where he's running right now. He's not really running at the bottom of the track. If you're running dead at the bottom and you have something really big to lose, I don't think that's smart because you could easily spin yourself out. I would be running about half a groove, maybe a full groove, right in the middle
Yeah,
of the
but here's
track
the
around this
question.
place, if I feel
It's
comfortable.
stage 2. What do you lose right now?
Man, thank you for saying that. Thank you for being there for me. You're
You
damn
have
right.
nothing
You're
on the
damn right.
line right now
Why not?
except for
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
what you
You know
can do
what?
in the different lines.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Taddy. I totally slipped
Well, the
on
one
the
thing you
stage.
can't, the one thing you can lose is track position. You want to stay up front here.
Oh, okay. I like where
You
this is
don't want
going,
to
man.
get like saying,
Yeah, dude,
even
you
though
ain't
like I say,
wrong.
you see how this race been going. Track position means something. You see that Plant and AJ's been in the back. They worked their way up there, but once they got to the front, the cars
Yep.
start going the
Nine's
way.
fitting, guys.
9
I gotta
is
say,
pin. Good
Enoch,
call.
Trey, all year long in every series, it's been a blast being able to join you guys in the booth.
Hell,
This
man.
is awesome.
Yo, I've been loving it too, Trey. You're great, dude. I really enjoy talking
That
with
was the outside looking in. I'm thinking in my head championship style. What do I have to lose? It's stage 2. I can't actually lose anything, you know. And then you point out track position and how
you. Yeah,
important
what a
it
good
is.
point, dude.
You're right. Maybe somebody's thinking track position over.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone's hitting pit road right now.
Somebody might be thinking track position over the fact of how many, track position might be more important. At this point in time, stage 2, you might take 2 tires. Just try to be P1, 2, or 3 entering stage 3, therefore giving you the best track position option. I didn't
Yeah.
even think of that,
Yeah,
I'm
why
thinking in
not?
my
Yeah.
head, I'm thinking,
Hey
let's see
guys,
what the car can do on the bottom, the middle, the top. Let's see where I'm fastest. Let me roam around the track and figure it out. But track position, you're right, man. It's key. These restarts, I've been restarting in the rear every time, and I've been having a hard time getting up through the field. You're
But
right,
don't.
100%.
And on top of that, look who's behind Spanker right now. I think who's.
Spanker's out, dude. He got a big old lead on that 88.
Well, don't. But that's what I'm saying. Look behind him. It's not really. I don't think it's the 88. It's the 23.
yeah, I
Oh,
think
the
it
23
actually
is
is the 88.
the 23 is still pretty far behind. So he may learn something from that, Pit a lap early. Try and pit a little earlier than the guys that you're going against. And see, I'm being kind of contradicting. I'm contradicting myself. Earlier all night, I've been saying, no, I'm going to run my own race. I'm going to run my own race. Well, I do have to contradict myself because in a situation like this, I do have to pay attention to the other guys, and I got to outsmart them. If I'm not going to be faster, I got to outsmart them. And I think pitting a lap or so early gave him a pretty big gap.
Well, that's another
Just
thing
so
you
that
got to think
guys
about.
know,
Do you think fresher tires is going to make up a big difference for a guy staying out a lap or two? Is fresher tires that one thing, which we see most season at some tracks?
Well, that
If you pit a lap,
you said it right there. You said it. Some tracks, you have to pay attention to your lap times to see what the fall off is like, to see if that one lap is gonna do it or not. Because you could go lose, almost a second, maybe. I can't recall what it's like here at Homestead, but with the fall
Homestead is
off,
a mixture
it could get
of
very
both.
very
Like
bad.
you can pit early and make up a big difference, but it's like a lap or two difference. So you're not gonna. I would say you probably get a couple tenths, not seconds, like at some tracks where you could pit a lap early and a guy pit in front of you, pits the next lap. It makes a big difference. Like you will gain maybe a second or two. Here it's more like tenths are gained, not seconds.
Yeah.
And two, it also depends how you get down on pit road.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm sitting back here. I'm riding around in the rear. I'm kind of just decided I wanted to follow the 4-car. And
Okay.
the 4-car Life's the Plant is one of our playoff drivers, okay? And I'm noticing on entrance, one corner he's going up high, the second corner he's going in the middle, and the third corner he's dropping to the bottom. He's literally testing every line on the track. Is he riding in the back of the pack? Yeah. He's choosing to give up the track position to decide what this car will do for when this third stage happens. I'm watching it happen, as I decided to fall back, kind of see what we got going on as an in-race reporter, and he's literally every single corner he's taking a different entrance point.
All right, I'm gonna follow along with you then, Taddy. I want to see. I like that. I love that.
by the
As
way,
he
guys,
enters
just
in the
wanna throw that out
middle
here
of the
too.
track here,
Yeah.
stays in the middle. The next corner he may start low and come off high. Oh, I got a little loose there.
And just watch as Taddy hits the inside wall.
You got all this
See, as he
pressure of us
goes in
watching
really-
you, bro. You're doing
Did you
great.
see that? As Plant started considerably higher that time, and then he dropped hard
Yeah.
down to the bottom. Still
Yeah.
stayed in the bottom.
By the way, guys, just want to point this out here. We have 10 viewers watching this tonight. Thank you guys for stopping in on a busy
Yeah.
out here. You guys probably have work in the morning and all that, but we appreciate you guys stopping in.
Yeah,
See
dude,
the
all night.
championship race
We had football today, and we still got these dedicated guys. I see Marcus is in here too. Marcus,
Yeah,
we were
Marcus
talking
is
some
in
good
here.
things
Little
about you
man's in
before you
here.
missed it. Little man, I should go buy that ticket, bro. You ain't kidding. But man, what a good community this is. Y'all are good people. But I'm, Man,
Guys,
I
just
think I
to let
run
you
a
know right
different line.
now, Celtic is running in the 9 car right now.
You know, on Spenker's end, with that said, Shadow, what does he have to lose to let Celtics get by? You know, it's going to lift Celtics draft stock being a stage winner at Homestead. But what has Spenker got to lose?
Not true.
Or
The reason I said the
keep in
9 car because I
mind,
keep messing up in his name, so I'm just saying the 9 car.
keep in mind they're teammates. Maybe he's
Ah,
realizing that Celtics is faster, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing in this corner?" Maybe I want to fall back and be like, "Hey, let
What?
me see what you're doing there differently than what I'm doing."
maybe
Well,
he's
I'm
setting a
actually on
pig.
board. I'm actually on board with the 9 car, and looks like he's trying to mimic the 88's line. I just saw them, they both kind of rolled the bottom going 1 and 2, but the 88 just slides up a little bit. And
See, what I can see too, Trey, is I don't think the 9 can get as low as the 88. He tried it in turn 1 and couldn't do it. He's running like a lane and a half higher than the 88 goes into turn 1. Like you can see, look, he can't snug that bottom lane like the 88 does and drifts up.
well,
He's
you
literally
also got
higher up the line.
to think the 9 pitted before the 88, so the 88's got fresher tires, so maybe the 9's tires are starting to fall off. It's not letting it turn, while the 88 still got some little bit of life on them, and his is actually starting to.
Hey, real
like
quick, not to interrupt, but right, so I took, you know, this game, you can do a low fuel mileage run where when you get low on fuel, you can take 4 tires, and then you can come out and take less fuel, makes your car lighter, makes it go faster.
Yeah.
So I tried that theory this last pit stop, and I did a can and a half because it was about 2 laps short, thinking all the lifting you do in the corner, I'll be able to make it. I'm actually about a lap short still on fuel. So some of the people out here that are setting faster laps may have done the same thing, the same mindset. This might actually be tight on fuel for some of these drivers. And Spanker lifting, he might be doing that same thing. He might be trying to save fuel while
as you talk about that, we got about for the lead. Celtics looking to the inside the 9. Not if I say if you're a 9, just let him go, just fall back behind him. Ain't no point in racing them right here.
Yeah, look at that gap that they've got on everyone else. That's kind of dominating right there. But Taddy, really good point, man. So I've been mentioning it a lot. You know, I'm not the fastest, but I do pay attention to things, and I'll pay attention to the fuel. I'll see when it goes down. You know, when the estimate goes down from say 12
Thank
to
you, Buck.
11, and then
Appreciate the
11,
compliment.
and then 11 to 10, and 10 to 9. You know, I see where that happens on the track, and see if it's in my favor or if it's in the track's favor. So maybe, you know, it looked like it was
Right,
going to
so
be good, but
to
then
go
it
with
was
what you're
consuming
saying, you
more.
know, sometimes on fuel mileage, right? So if you drop down to 1 lap to go and
Yeah.
you're on the backstretch, from the time it drops to 0 laps remaining on your
You
fuel
usually
to the
get
time
like
you start
you get
sputtering,
about half a
is
lap
usually
on 0.
about a quarter of a track usually on 0. So if I know you have to lift in 3 and 4, right, just to be able to make the corner, and I'm running down to 0, exiting 2,
Yeah.
I'm going to go that extra lap and let it run completely out of fuel, knowing that I'm already going to be lifting and having to slow down. So if
Yeah.
it starts sputtering in the middle of 3 and 4, I just saved a lap more than the people that decide
Right.
to pit with when it says 1 lap to go.
Yeah.
Therefore, that gives me 1 lap extra at the end of a fuel run compared to other people, which seems insignificant. But then you add up, you do
Whoa.
that 3 times in a race, and all of a sudden, when everybody else is 1 lap short, you have that extra amount of laps.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
definitely.
I don't know if I can
It's the
actually
little
see here or
bit,
not.
little change. Oh,
I think-
23 into the wall a bit.
Put her in the wall. But I'm thinking the 88 and the 9 are both saving gas right now.
The
Because the
47
88
is actually out of fuel.
The 88 hard on the throttle coming through the corners anymore. He's letting off and letting it about coast through center.
So
And that's kinda what you were
we were
talking
saying,
about,
I
Taddy,
ran
too,
wide
huh?
open the whole time. I just ran out of fuel crossing the line and take the white flag.
That's because you're so
So
busy
everybody else
talking to
would've
us,
had
you
been
weren't even
saving
thinking
fuel.
about it.
No, I was. I just wasn't saving. I was kind of following Plant and seeing what he had.
I
And
get
I'm
you.
Celtic
thinking
takes
he took 2 cans.
Stage 2. Dude, just think about this. That's twice. Freaking dude, Celtics making a point. It's like I should have been
But
here.
here's the deal. He won the first 2 stages, but can he win the race? That's where it would have mattered. He
Yeah.
might be showing a lot right now, but at the end of the day, it's who wins the race.
That's right.
See, what I can see right now is Celtics good on a long run. Car's really good on a long run. Coming the short run, it takes a little bit for his car to get going right. That's where I think the 9 is stronger on a short run compared to the 88. Because I've been riding around them most of this race, just up front.
Yeah, see, this is great, man. Now that the second stage is over, you know, it's actually it's bittersweet, you know? Like, thank you for taking me into your Giggity Racing League, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it, but it's really great. And just thinking about this right now, you got how many laps to go in your season? And we've got someone going for the final championship for NASCAR Heat 3, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty great. I can't wait to see what happens here.
Is Boomhauer has backed out of the race?
Yeah, I see that his feed left, so I'm not going to be able to see the lap count.
We have RKM maybe live feeding.
Yes,
Alright.
RKM is.
Ryan Morgan would be his name.
Alright, Brian Moore, thank you. At 9, man.
He is under pressure right now.
Yeah,
As
he is.
23 is. But he's got his team captain pushing him, trying to keep him in front of that 9.
Yeah, but look at what he's doing to the 96. He's clobbering the 90. Well, he wasn't clobbering it, but I think he
42
could have
just
given a
wrecked
little more
hard.
room.
Yeah,
The 42 wrecked and it took in the 4 car. However, there was 51 laps to go when this caution comes out. There is still to be 2 pit stops, minus this one. There's still a lot up in the air. Do you pit now and fall to the rear, make a few adjustments, you know, or do you stay out and get the track position? I mean, everything's up in the air.
Trey, what do you do, man? I kind of want to go with what you said. I don't have a good opinion on this.
it all depends.
Who said I don't have a good opinion?
I don't have a good opinion on this. I do not. I can't even think of one for myself.
If
I'll go with what you said.
if I'm like saying plant, since I'm already in the back, I'm staying up. I just might as well come and get 4, and just be on a different strategy. Maybe AJG too, but it all depends on how Spanker reacts to it. If you
Yeah.
see Spanker pit, you might want to stay out. But I say fresh 4 tires means a lot here. So I don't know. And see AJ, he's making the move.
Guys,
Spanker-
look who's coming!
That
Freaking
4.
Plant out of nowhere!
We haven't talked about Plant since the last time you spoke, bro.
It
Dude,
looked like
freaking
it looked
Plant
like the
out of
9 did
nowhere.
not get a good restart.
No, he did not.
And AJ took advantage and Plant came right behind him. As
Come
we
on,
got
Plant.
This is a sick race, man. I don't know.
here comes Spanker. He's gonna use that outside lane. He's gonna get to the he's trying to get to that quarter panel. He's got the run. He's gonna cross him over.
Oh,
Oh, nice move, Taddy. I don't know if life as a plant.
oh
He's got the car under. Oh no, Taddy. You're
88
just
hit
in
the
the best
apron,
spot
guys.
all night, dude. That's horrible.
I had nowhere to go.
I know, man. You're just, you really didn't.
By the way, guys, did you say that right? The top 3 running for the championship are 1, 2, 3.
Oh
Right
my
now,
gosh. Oh,
I'm glad I
man.
could clear the way for him there.
It's like I say, it's
I feel
just
like
like the
that's
2
what I
other
did, you know?
Oh,
And here
dude,
goes- Plant. Try to see if he can split the middle. It looked like they closed the door.
I'm
Come on, Plant.
I'm about 2.5.
Oh!
Ooh,
Contact-
AJG. Oh,
By the
no.
way, Enoch, I want to thank you for saying good move, Taddy, because immediately after I had problems.
I know, dude. I think I've got the curse, man. I give the curse, dude. It's weird. My bad. Dude, but that was some
That's all right.
good racing. I wonder if
See,
I wonder if
Taddy was
Spanker's
right.
gonna.
Going back to what he said, though, Plant's running a different lane. When he was running back there, he's literally
Yeah.
gaining more on AJG because of the things he was doing back by himself.
Yeah.
But look at the run Spanker got on Plant.
I
I
think
don't
he
know
got.
Plant,
Plant got loose. Plant, I think, got loose.
but still look at the ground.
I
He's
don't
staying
know.
towards Plant and AJG.
I mean,
don't
he's
know
got
if-
his captain up his back bumper too, so that helps as well.
I don't know if Plant doesn't look like
I don't-
he's got the car right now, man. I don't know.
You
He's
don't need
really
the fastest car though. This is racing.
I
You
know,
just
I
gotta
know, but
contend and then use
there's
strategy.
yeah, but everything's getting so spread apart. Everything's getting so spread out that you gotta have
Ta-
the speed.
And with that, Taddy,
able to
I can
pass. I
vouch
don't
for
know.
that. You do not need the fastest car to win a championship.
I think
I can
right now
vouch for
you
that
might.
saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. But as I see it right now, I think you do, unless
You know, I'll tell you one other thing.
I don't
Plant
know.
is very good friends with Creed. And I don't know how many people watch this that know Creed, but Creed is the absolute best person at saving fuel there is, period. And when we restarted, we were 4 laps short of being able to make this on 1 pit stop.
Oh, shut up! No way, really?
We restarted with 48 to go, and you
Alright,
get 21 laps per fuel.
No.
That would be 42, so 6 laps short of fuel. Maybe
Alright.
Plant's right and trying to use the draft and save that fuel.
No,
I don't think that's
I
a
think
good
I
idea.
know what he
then.
did. I know what he did. I don't think, guys, on that last start, I think he took gas and maybe right sides, because he's doing what he did earlier and he's loose. What if he's thinking about taking a set of 4s while them guys are just going to take gas?
Oh, Smitty's
Man,
in the
that's
wall.
so tough to. It's so tough to.
Because
Like,
the way
weigh
he's
that
running
out.
earlier when he was all over the place, he's doing the same thing right now again. That's what I'm taking. That maybe he took 2 tires,
Yeah.
took a full tank of gas, just to have the full 4 tires in the fuel tank later.
Dude,
Somebody just
maybe.
pitted. Smitty is already pitted.
Yeah, now my head
Yeah,
is burning
Smitty-
up thinking about this.
Smitty kind of spun out. That's why.
But you know, I
And
gotta.
we
say
got a
something.
battle. We got a battle up front. Smitty, Spanker, and AJ are going door to door right now.
You
This
know,
goes back to
Banker's got a
Enix.
fast car.
Earlier, you said that when you're playing this video game, you're not just the driver. You're the
Right.
driver, you're the crew chief, and
Yeah.
you're the pit crew.
yeah.
There's so much going in on an individual's head.
Oh,
you know,
of
right now
course.
there's 38 laps to go.
And you fight yourself
you get
too.
20. You get 20 laps per tank, but you only get 10 laps left in the tank right now. That still leaves you 8 laps short,
Oh yeah.
unless you're one of those drivers that's been out there saving fuel.
Yeah, but like we were talking before, you said that when you pitted and got 1.5 cans that you should have been okay, but it wasn't. It
And
went
I
the
ran
opposite
out.
way.
I ran out
Right.
crossing the line.
So I don't think it pays off to save here, especially if it's something like 4 to 6 laps.
Yeah,
Well,
but here's the difference, though. I wasn't able to save. I wasn't in a line of cars.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
I
have
contact
a
with the-
draft.
I don't think many
save.
people. I don't know. I just think that the fall off would be
Like,
way
it's
too much.
kind of hard to save
going
when you're
all
trying to win a
out.
championship.
Yeah, I'm going tires. I'm going 4 tires and a little bit more gas than I need.
Like
That's what I'd
saying,
be doing.
if you're Spanker and AJ, you're not saving fuel. You're going all out
Yeah.
right now,
You have
and
to.
you're trying to outsmart each other. If you're Plant, you're
He's
saving.
saving. Plant's
He's
saving.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you guys.
Plant is
Yeah.
saving, hoping this still goes green to the end.
Trying
Here's
to
Plant's
he's
negative.
running.
Here's the negative for Plant. Where's there another Ford on the track?
Yeah, that other Ford left, eh?
He's got no help at all on this speedway.
Dude.
So as far as saving fuel and trying to get somebody to come get in front of him and be able to use that draft and save, he's got nobody.
Well, what
if
if?
Spanker or AJG decided to do that, they could get one of their teammates to pass them and follow them for 5-6 laps.
Yeah, but what if Plant just Venmo'd you $20? Would you do
I mean,
it? There you go.
for
Why
an
not?
addition to NH4, I might do it.
There you go.
Now,
Oh.
let's say Plant, if you're listening, $20, NH4, you got some
Venmo.
teammate.
Venmo.
Venmo Caddy.
Oh, you know, and earlier I was saying the whole NASCAR Heat 4. If you
Uh-oh. It
uh-oh.
looks like that 47 may have lagged out again.
Ah, crud, man. So yeah, NASCAR Heat 4. If you did pre-order it, if you go to your game library and you find NASCAR Heat 4, you can start the download. You can download it. Someone said no, you just pre-order it and then you have to wait. No, you can download the game tonight and it'll just have a countdown and then you get to play it Tuesday. So
See, I'm praying tomorrow my GameStop as like an early release. Praying.
yeah. That would be, yeah, you should go, you know what? Just go and like hold the place up. Be like, give me the game or else, I don't know.
I paid
Pikachu gets it.
$80 for mine, so I want my game.
Yeah, me, dude, it's expensive, man.
See, now we see HAG just hit pit road while Spanker stays.
See, I think that's gonna do it. I think that the 23 is gonna get a, you know, that one less lap on those old tires is gonna help the 23. But he's got to hope that he's gonna have enough
See,
gas.
If I was Spanker, I would go this time. So you'll have almost a good amount of track position
Yeah.
between 23.
Yeah, if I was the 9, I wouldn't wait any longer. I would come right away. Not all right. That, you know, didn't sound right. I would get on the pit road right away, and he didn't. He's still out there. Huh?
He might
Yeah,
have wanted
he's
to
still
lap
out there.
him first to give him some more space, though, too.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be space in the negative, man, for the 9. Because now the 9's running by himself. Before they were both running together, and
I was
they
saying
both
that,
had
yeah,
draft.
that's what I say. I was
Come
saying I
on,
would
clean,
pick him.
clean pit. Wow, dude, that was
beautiful pit.
textbook, man.
Oh,
Wasn't
that was
it?
beautiful. Where is the
Oh,
wait?
my
Right now,
God.
where's the 23 at?
Oh, good call, man.
He's on the.
Let me
He's in 3 and 4 right now.
All right, so he was a lap down. So about time he gets out, Spagger might have maybe a half a track on, depending on how hard AJ runs this car to get back up there.
I think AJ's gonna have. Man, it's tough to say. You know, the 4 isn't too far behind of the 23.
Guys, I don't know. The 9 just left pit road, and the 23 is going in the 4.
Dude, that's insane. I was wrong. I was completely wrong then. I don't know how the 9 was able to do that. Unless the 23 was very
now, wait a minute.
conservative.
Now, guys, look. The 42's helping the 9. His captain just helped him get up to speed.
That's smart as hell, dude. You can't time that, man.
Okay, so AJ is in.
Dude, he's just getting out of 4.
Now.
And they're going into
And
1. Or
like I
into
said,
2.
he was going to have a half a track on him.
Yo, you call
At least.
You know what? I'm happy I
Hey,
didn't bet
but
you, dude.
I'm
I'm happy I
on
didn't bet
board
you.
with the.
I'm lost right
I'm
now.
on
I
board
don't
with the
understand
4.
how that worked.
Hey, I'm on board before I can hear him back. He's not accelerating. He's backing this car down. He's trying to save. So remember, like saying, these guys still cannot make it on fuel. They're gonna be close on fuel. You think, like say, since Plant is saving now, you think he's gonna have a shit?
Give me a
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
You know, man, Trey, I'm with you, bro. Like, I'm with you with this off strategy type. I like it. So, if you want to stick with the 4, that'd be cool. And Shadow, do you want to stick with the 23 or the 9? Let's try
I'm
to
gonna
stick
stay with the 9.
All right, I'm perfect. I'm already on the 23 then.
Alright, there you go.
Although I will try to go throughout the field since everyone's kind of watching here.
Well, since Teddy's not in the race, you can just monitor the field. Teddy could be on the 23.
That's the
I'm
even
working
better
my way
idea.
there right now.
Look at Trey, man. Your head, it must be fuming right now. You've got all the ideas, dude. You're like working on overdrive, dude.
See, Marcus
Love it.
just put a point in the chat, guys. He said the
All
same thing
right,
happened to
let's see.
him on Thursday night. Teammates worked together and they just drove off.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
the
Plant,
9
he's on
and
pit
the,
road right now. Plant's on pit road, so I don't know if it's that him.
Here he
Maybe
is.
seeing that he
They're coming by him. They're getting by him. Come on, get on there. Get out. Good job. Good job.
now
Oh,
with that,
he's gonna lose
maybe,
it. He's gonna lose the draft. But he's gonna have
But
fresh
like I said-
tires.
but here's the thing is, he's a lap down now. Maybe he knew he could not make it on fuel, even though he was trying to save. But how much time has he given up because of that?
Is he a lap down? Did he pit before? I thought he was saving so that he didn't have to pit yet.
Yeah, I think he saved enough to make it the whole rest of the way of this race.
Huh. This is great. What was that other dude's name? Brian
Morgan.
I tried to look it up.
Brian Morgan? Alright.
When I got in here, it was I think at least 24 to go.
Alright, word, thanks.
So, I was actually trying to state this. When I pitted is when I lagged out. There was 36 to go when I pitted and lagged out. You via the pit cycle of 17 laps each, you can make 34 laps with just one can. Or apologies, I pitted with 39 to go. However, with one can, you can make 34 or 17 laps, which makes 34 total. So
Like I said,
if you
there's
take 2 laps, you could actually have the 4 tires and less fuel and be able to make it to the end.
Like I say, we got 22 to go now. So
Guys,
Oh, here comes the 23.
Plant is still saving.
If
Dude,
there's
the
22 to
23's
go,
passing him like he's
realistically,
standing still.
you need 3 laps, and then you could start pitting and make your final pit stop of the race. Compared to the people that had made 2 pit stops.
I don't know, man.
So
It's
even
all
though
a
the
bell
23
curve.
is passing, yeah, but even though the 23 is passing the 4 right now, that would be just to get back on the same page, like same lap. And then the 4 pits in 3 laps. The 23 may pass him, but then the 23 has to pit. But right now, the 4 would be a full lap ahead of the 23.
Yeah, but look at how
And
much
both of them
time
have to make-
the 4 just lost right there
Right,
on the
but-
23.
Right,
Nine's
but
pit
even-
road.
I
even
think
if he
that
loses-
in the long run,
if he
I
loses-
feel like in the
if he
long
loses
run,
half a
it's
track
not
right now,
good. Yeah.
If he loses half a track right now before they both pit, then they both pit, and they're both on 4 tires and the 2 cans of fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah.
He's a half a track ahead of the 23 instead of the half a track behind the 23 that he was before starting to save fuel.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
I mean,
such
I
a bell
understand.
curve.
It's a
and
it's
it's so
an
hard
issue,
to tell.
and here's the biggest problem: if a caution comes out, it's all for nothing.
They sure, right, dude? That's
If a
the
caution
worst.
doesn't come out, then the 4 is able to pit. The 23 still has to pit again. So they both have to pit right now one time. But the 4 has been able to withstand not having to make that extra pit stop. He's
Yeah.
not as fast as the 23. He's not as fast as the 9 car.
No,
How do
no, he
you
hasn't
overcome
been.
that? You have
You
to do
smart
something
him out.
on
You
pit road.
outsmart him. Yeah.
And with not having
just-
to pit that extra time, you outsmarted him.
I'm just skeptical on if it's gonna work or not. Like I want it to work. Because like I've been
Well, and
saying,
here's the
I'm
deal.
all about
The
outsmarting. I
23
love the smarts of it, and
If
I'd like
the
to
4
see it
pits
work. But
as
I'm
soon
not
as he
sure.
gets into the pit window, if Life's Plant pits as soon as it becomes eligible to be able to make it to the end,
right,
he's
right.
going to have 4 fresh tires. The 23 and the 9, who have just recently pitted, they're not going to pit because they still got 10 laps of fuel. They're going to wait until the end and try to do just a splash and dash. Well, in the meantime, they're going to be losing as much ground as the 4 is losing right now to them.
Okay. Yeah.
However, corresponding, he's now made up half a track, almost a full lap, because he decided to not have to pit when they did.
Dude, man, there's just so many things that go into it. So I got
There's
a
so many
question.
options, man.
I got a question. Hey Trey, man, this one's for you. So you see the 9 and the 42. If you, well, the 42's behind the 9. They're catching up to the 4 right now. If this did come down to fuel, wouldn't you want the 42 to be in front of you instead of behind you?
Well, it all depends.
The 23's on pit lane again.
Oh, the
Oh,
4 took the
contact!
9 out. The 4 took the 9 out, and then
And the 42,
and then the
took
42
the 4.
took the 4 out. Wow, man.
What? The 42 took 4 out after? That looked to
Yeah.
me like the 9 was trying to throw a block, but it was too late. I didn't see the 42 take out the 4. But that looked like a late, like the 9 had gotten his front end at the left rear of the 4, and then he kind of went down a block. And I might be wrong. It might have been intentional. I don't see that at either of those.
Yeah, the 9 was below the foot
Yeah, I
the
don't
whole
see.
way.
Yeah, they were on the
Plant
they're
came
on the
down
front
on 'em.
stretch. There was no reason for
Yeah.
the 4 to go down like that.
Like there was literally half a car in between them, and Plant just came down.
I don't know. But you know what's funny, man? This game.
I'm going to review that because
You
you, had
never-
that on the broadcast, so I'm
Yeah.
going to review that. This is kind of goes to the league commissioner. I got to review that.
Yeah, but
I do know, however, the 23 has made that extra stop, so he's probably about 1 to 2 laps down right now.
wow. Dude, alright, now the 4 car was in the middle of the track and hit the 20. It kind of looked like he was trying to get a caution to go. Now he's on the front stretch going pretty slow. I don't know if he's waiting for someone.
No,
Did the 4 car
Plant is,
pit?
I think Plant just pitted.
No, well, alright, we'll have to look at
He
the
just was able to
video.
message on the PS messages, so I'm assuming he went down pit lane at some point.
No, you'll see.
No, I mean just recently, since the incident. I'm assuming
I don't think
that-
he. No, I honestly don't think he. He was in the middle of the track. Now he's.
So I'm still watching, even just via the
I'm on the
broadcast.
4. I'm on the 4. Yeah, if you're on the broadcast, go back a little bit and watch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm watching that incident that happened.
And then keep watching
And
from
I'm
there. Watch
still-
for a few laps.
Like I said, Plant is off the pace right now. He dropped back to 7th now, and Spanker.
Uh,
Man,
So I'm taking it as right now. I think the 9's in the lead. I really don't know, honestly.
I can't tell. And a name like Brian Morgan, you know, that's very.
no, not Brian. Ryan. R-Y-A-N.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Huh.
Wow.
So, man, as league commish after watching that broadcast, it looked to me like Plant was just out of shape on exit. He went high, he went low, then he went back high, and then he shot back down low into the
Yeah.
9. It looked to me like he was loose on exit and trying to save the car. That's God's honest truth. That was my view of it.
Yeah, I don't think it would be anything to.
That's what I'd
Balance.
seen. Was it looked like he was out of shape. I'm trying to still see. I didn't see where the 42 got the 9 after, or the 4 after. Apologies.
I think it was direct, like right after that.
Right, and that wasn't on the broadcast. So I'm thinking that the four just that incident actually just cost him his game plan of trying to save fuel because now he's lost so much time that it's kind of out the window.
Huh.
I do know, however, that Plant feels as though what Smitty did to him was intentional, returning the favor.
Well, I mean,
And that's hard to deny. I don't see it on the broadcast, but via what you said, of the 4 gets into the 9, the 42 takes out the 4. That
Oh,
might have
yeah.
been.
oh, Taddy, you can see that. You can actually see the 42 take him out. Go back to the replay of that and actually
Yeah, but
like look farther down into the front stretch off of the ninth car's view. You can literally see the 42 go to the bottom of the track and just tag the 4 car into turn 1.
yeah, but I would not blame the 42.
I know,
But-
but I'm just saying though.
That's a
But
tricky
yeah,
one.
I understand. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Huh. Well, this race may be going under review.
Well, the one that really got me was when he was in the middle of the track. Did you see that?
I'm still working on everything here. As of
Oh
right
yeah,
now,
my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
But yeah, Taddy, if you look at that after the 9 hits the wall and straightens out, you look farther down in front of him, you actually can see the 42 and the 1 on the 4 going the corner. You can see the incident afterwards too.
Does anyone know?
I'm taking the 9's a leader. I'm taking it that the 9's a leader. I do not know.
Good.
I'm trying to see by RKM's stats. Like I said, right now RKM's getting passed by the 9, and Plants is a lap down.
God, it's
And
some hard
R-
racing between him.
All right, I
RKM
got it
racing
here.
hard.
Dude, the RKM is in 5th, so I can't see 2nd and 1st. Oh wait, 1st is Spanker.
So yeah,
First is
Spanker
the
is the
9.
leader. And
How
I
many
think
laps to go?
Oh, I'll tell you in
Uh,
a sec. 4.
so it's about 3
4
to go. 3 to go. 3 to go for the actual lead lap cars.
Oh
and
yes,
Spanker's-
thank you. Thank you. Good point.
So here's the thing, guys. I know who's in 4th, but here's the thing, which is very, very, very odd. So RJ, the team captain for Chevy, is in front of AJG. RKM, the leader for Toyota, is behind Spanker. Would there be an altercation between them to help their driver out, or are they going to race it clean?
I would hope
Like I say,
not.
if you're
I would hope not.
Like saying Spanker just needs to ride. He has a gap over AJ. Just let RKM go and just ride it out.
Yeah.
You got 2
Stay
to go
behind them.
coming to the line now. You just need to finish.
Dude,
Let him go
Shadow.
and just ride it out.
Yeah, Shadow. That's an awesome point there, man. Awesome observation. But I agree.
RKM just hit the wall, by the way, guys.
He may have been
I don't
getting out
know
of
if
the
RK
way. He may have been trying to get
Yeah.
out of the way. Cause you know what? I wouldn't want to be that guy that changes a championship like that. Cause I wouldn't want to win a championship by a teammate putting
Alright,
a block
boys.
on someone. I'd want
We
to
are
win
coming
it
Oh,
to
for
the
Spanker
myself.
got loose coming out.
Yep. That's it. That's it. It's over.
Spanker,
Won the race.
that 9. The 9 got it. Congrats. Congratulations to the 9.
So,
And Spanker.
guys, we just had in
It's
preset.
Chevy.
We just had Ford, Chevy, and Toyota in 3 different series win championships tonight.
Also, that not only does that give Spanker the Drivers' Championship. That gives Chevy the
Manufacturer.
Manufacturers' Championship.
Way to go, Spanker. Way
All
to go,
right,
bud.
we're gonna go ahead and immediately bring Plan into here. Enoch, have you done the burnout section yet?
No, no, I have not.
All right, the way that's gonna work is while you're interviewing AJG,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and send the invite for a race out to Spanker. You gotta accept that and kind of get in there
Yeah,
Gotcha. I got.
with 3 seconds left,
yeah.
and
Well,
then he'll do burnout after.
I gotta hop off.
Yo,
I,
yo, you
I
too,
was
man.
gonna
It's
ask.
been fun, dude. It's been a lot of fun.
Only thing I can say is one heck of a season for everybody here in the booth. Congrats to Spanker on a championship in the presets. And tonight
Congrats
has
to
been
you
a
as well.
crazy night. And like I said, I can't wait to do this again with y'all in Heat 4. So let's get it going sooner than later.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
want the 9 in the chat there, Taddy?
Not yet.
All right.
Let's
All right,
see.
so who are we
Let's
getting in here
plan in
for? That
here.
was, man, what a controversial
Actually,
piece of
we're gonna
racing.
bring Celtics in. We didn't get to interview him. He finished fourth. We usually do the top four.
Yeah, do it
He
too.
didn't get the opportunity because we brought AJG in. So if you could bring him in,
Most definitely.
Shadow.
You know, one thing with this game that I've noticed a lot is uh, there's different point. It's not even a different point of view. It's just the game itself. It looks different on one person's PlayStation than the other. I've seen that firsthand,
Yeah.
um, and completely different. So one person may say, "Well, this is what I saw." Then another person says, "Well, this is what I saw." They're probably not lying. You know, it probably was like that, and that's just kind of one of the
Real
downfalls with
quick,
it.
we got
But
our fourth place finisher on the season in here. Celtics. What a
Celtics.
season you had, man. So close, 1 point behind making the chase at Homestead, and then you dominate the first two stages at Homestead. Take me through that, bud.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of just disappointed that we didn't make it. I knew if I would have made it, I would have been, I would have won. Not discrediting Spank or anything because he had a hell of a race too, but I knew my car was faster. But Team Chevy still got the championship, so that's all that matters.
Hey
Um,
man, yo
you
Celtics,
made up
that's a great way.
23 points.
Yeah.
How did, I understand, it's probably frustrating that you didn't advance, but making up 23 points at Daytona alone. How does that make you feel just knowing that you were able to accomplish the feat, 1 point shallow of making Homestead, but after making up a big deficit like 23 points? How does that make you feel knowing that you were able to do that?
Yeah, I feel good that I did, but again, I wasn't able to get in, so it kind of goes both ways. I wish I could have got that extra point, but it is what it is.
You know, the Celtics. One thing that I was thinking about is I'm sure you're down on it, but you should be very proud of yourself, and you did a heck of a job. Just like Taddy said, man, you made up a ton of points, and it kind of makes you realize that every little position matters, and I'm sure you'll learn from there. But I don't have a question for you. I just want to say congrats, man. Really good job.
Thank you.
Um, Celtics, this is your first full season with the Giggity Racing League. Real quick, for all our viewers watching and/or people that are going to follow it back later, just real quick, give me, before we let you go and do your own thing tonight, just give me feedback on how you feel about the league in general.
It was awesome. I mean, I was lucky to get it with a good group of guys from the start with Team Chevy, and we had fun all year long. Even if we weren't doing the best, whatever, we still had a great time. So it was awesome.
Uh, Well, from everyone here, I want to say congratulations on your fourth place overall finish here in the Cup Preset Series. And I look forward to seeing what you can't do in the future as we go into the crossbreed between NH3 and NH4 season. And after what you proved tonight, you got a hell of a draft stock going into this upcoming draft in a week from today.
All right.
Enoch, Plant's in here, finished third in points. I'll let you
Hey,
take this one.
hey.
Real quick, Plant, you have your stuff on always allow?
I should.
So Plant, man, there's some controversial stuff at the end of that race, but we'll get into that a little after. Um, how did you feel towards maybe a third of the way through Homestead? Because it didn't seem like you really had the car, but then we really liked how you were getting off of strategy. You were on a different pit strategy. Um, did you do that because you felt like you didn't have the car to get the speed to go and grab that lead?
Fully, hands down, I feel like I could have grabbed the lead. But, the first half, my car was very loose and very tight in the draft, so it was really hard to find that balance. And then I'd say probably after the second stage, midway through second stage, I found the balance out, and I knew
Yeah,
what the car can do. But going into the last stage, I figured I could probably save the laps, so I said, whatever, I'll try to play it by strategy and see where they got me at. And obviously it didn't work. So,
yeah. One thing that Taddy was mentioning was you're the lone Ford really, if you think about it. But one thing that I do want to say is the whole um piece with the nine on the front stretch there. When I first saw it, I thought that you just went down on him. That sounded horrible. I thought you just kind of took his nose out. Uh, don't laugh. I thought you,
Plant, now I reviewed that same
but
incident.
yeah, I just watched it again, and it
I
does look
reviewed
like you
that
got
incident about
really
3 or 4 times.
loose.
Yeah,
You got
it
loose
looks
off of
like you got out of
four.
control. Absolutely.
You got yeah. I watched it again, so if I
truthfully, truthfully, the incident came down was I knew Smitty was gonna go with Spanker, no problem at all.
yeah
That was for position, so I figured I'll try to block to slow down the momentum.
yeah.
Um, and basically what went down was I accidentally cut his nose off. I wasn't trying to put him on the wall or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. After I
Um,
watched it again just now, I totally take back my opinion
So,
at
not to say I was
at
right,
first.
guys, but I was
You were
right.
right. You were right. You were right. I didn't have time to go back and look at it.
Hold on a minute. You know what I hear? His ego just blew up.
Taddy,
Hey, so real
stay
quick,
on Earth,
hey,
bro.
Plant. I
yeah,
the stage two, before I lagged out, I actually followed you quite a bit. I lagged back. I'm not lagged. I fell back. I'm sure you noticed I was up there with Boomhauer about 3 seconds ahead of you, and then I fell back towards your direction. I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of rode behind you. And in the middle of stage two, I seen you kind of every corner you were kind of entering in a different location. You would enter high sometimes, then you would enter low, and then you would the next time you would enter low, and then you would kind of drift up. Every corner it looked like you were doing something different. Were you just testing your car out to see what you had going into
yeah,
that final session, or am I just seeing things?
yeah. I was just trying to get it ready for stage three, so that way I could take any line I wanted to and be comfortable. The bottom was still really loose for me, and that's what I was trying to fix. Mid up high seemed to be working fine, but I wanted to get the bottom down perfect and see different lines I could take to try to hit the bottom in order to see if I can, get that straightened out, get that, right. So that way I can make the moves whenever I needed to make them. But I didn't get the opportunity. I pretty much got ganged up out there, but I mean, it's the sport,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Um,
you said it right there with ganged up on, man. You did, and I really want to say I'm sorry, Teddy. I just want to put this out there that you know, I think you did an awesome job, and am, I was kind of heated. I thought that you did it on purpose at first, and I got a little heated,
I told
and
him you
I take
didn't.
it back. I take it back completely. All
I
right,
told
man.
him you didn't.
I
Huh?
mean, all the stuff that I do, I try not to do it on purpose.
You didn't? No,
I
no,
stuck
you're
up for
right.
you, Plant.
Unless I
You're right.
feel
You
like
did a
I've
good job.
been rubbed the wrong
Yeah,
way.
I think you did. I
Um,
think I'm sorry. So if you do watch it, just
oh, you
don't
good,
listen to
man.
anything I said.
Plant, real quick while we got you in here, this is kind of a two-part thing. Uh,
Yeah.
so some issues happened on the track. You tried blocking Spanker, which, that's part of racing, that's for not only was it just a position, but that's also for the championship.
Yeah.
There was contact made. Spanker ended up making some damage. RJ Smitty followed through, and so what I believe, it looked like he just dropped down and he KO'd you in retaliation for wrecking his driver. Um, Now that's not the question. The question is, next season you're going to be a captain. Are you going to keep that in your mind in the future?
um, I mean that's the answer that we would all like to know, but truthfully, no. It's just misunderstandings. I kind of wish it was different, and I kind of wish certain people would react differently to certain situations. Just for the simple fact that they don't quite understand. It's like, Smitty got mad because he
Just
thought I
like
wrecked,
what I saw. Like
Spanker on
to me,
purpose.
yeah, to me it looked like you
Um,
did. To
Right.
him, yeah, yeah,
Enix seen it live, and it
but
was a bang bang deal. It looked like he might have dropped down. So
yeah.
I specifically, you can ask the rest of the broadcast. I had stated that. Well, let me go back and review this.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, I'm
it took
happy you
me a
did.
good 5 minutes, but I said that it looked to me like you got loose coming off the corner, and then I did state immediately
And
after,
then
I
I
said,
called
you
Taddy
might
a
have been trying to
liar.
block me in
And
the
then
team
yeah, I
chat.
called,
Enix
yeah.
did call me a liar.
I
When
was
you
like, he's a
retake my
liar,
broadcast, bro.
and life as a plant is a piece of crap. I said all that. I didn't say any of that. Sorry, Taddy. I'm
He
done.
said
no,
absolutely every bit of that. He said you should get
I
rid of
did.
him. He shouldn't be
I
in the
did.
league. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But, anyways, Plant. Also, second part of this question. So, you're one of the guys that you joined the league. You told me personally. You said I don't plan on being a member of the league very long. I just kind of want to. I want to get to racing. And then, but you stuck around. Overall, I asked Celtics same question. I ask everybody this. Um, you're a rookie to the league. Give me your overall take on how you feel about the league in general, minus necessarily what happened to you personally tonight, because that's rough. But the overall census on the league.
I mean, overall, we got great, an insane, incredible group of guys. I mean, every single one of them is, one hell of a driver. I respect every single one of them, even if they, rub me wrong or however it is. I respect all these guys. I've made
David Spady.
friendships with all these guys. Um, I've made friendships with all these guys. I've had great times with these guys, and I enjoy it, And, you know, it kind of
That's cool.
irritates me how certain situations go down with people, misunderstanding certain situations. But I mean, it's just one of the things where some people should know a little bit better,
Part of
and
racing.
try not to jump to the gun um, so quickly. But overall, man, like I enjoy everybody here. I really enjoy this league. As I said, or as you said, my goal wasn't really to stay long. This was supposed to be a time to kind of get away from my other games or my main games and just kind of sit back and focus and just have fun and enjoy. And then I ended up starting to having a lot more fun, and
And
I've
being good at
started
it.
to enjoy a lot more. And I just decided to stick around because I just was having a great time with a whole bunch of group of people that I call my friends and family. So I mean that Giggity, in my opinion, is hands down the best league that anybody can join. I mean, we got all kinds of different ways for everybody to join developmental, to try to get you into the trucks, Xfinity, or even Cup, if you have that speed. And, everybody here is respectful. And, we're all here to help out and to try to, make everyone the best driver that they can be. And the main focus is just we're out here, and we're having fun. And that's all that matters. And that's the reason why I choose Giggity over any other type of league, in my opinion.
Real quick, just so all our viewers know, we call Plant. First off, his name is Billy Ray Group. If I could get you to just go ahead and sing one verse.
Alright, I
Wait,
got you.
what are you saying?
Hold on. He's about to do it. You'll understand.
Well, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'ma ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back, yeah, do 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 do, yeah.
All right, man. Well, finishing third, P3, your rookie season in the Cup Preset Series. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do next year. And on top of that, you're one of the captains, so you get to draft a bunch of these guys and make your own team. Congratulations, and from everyone here at Giggity, great job this season, man.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, I want to say one
I
more thing
definitely
too.
appreciate it. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Plant. This is coming out of the Ford chat for saying this though. Don't let Noko get under your skin. I've watched how good you race tonight. Don't let him get under your skin, man. You're a
Hey.
damn good racer.
Hey.
Well,
Stop that now.
the way I see it.
Stop that conversation. Stop that conversation.
No. It has nothing to do with the conversation. I definitely, appreciate it or whatever. But truthfully, the draft's coming up. I know exactly who I am going to pick and who I'm not going to pick. So we'll just go from there.
All right, I can't wait to see you next season there, Plant. It's gonna be good fun racing
All
next
right.
year.
Good job.
Again, Grant, congratulations. You're more than welcome to stay in here as a future captain. If you want to stick around for the last two interviews, you're more than welcome to. With that said, let's go to our runner-up in the championship standings. However, going into the night, he was the champion points leader. He almost got eliminated at Daytona. He pulled it out by 1 point. He got passed by two guys that were both 10 points plus behind him, and almost got eliminated by a guy that was almost 30 points behind him. AJG, congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you.
Hey, I'd like to start this one. One thing that I noted earlier on, about you. How old are you? First off,
14.
you're 14, and after that race, when it was thought that you were eliminated, you showed a ton of maturity. You showed a lot of respect. You were very patient. You stated your case. You gave your proof. And I thought that was it was very mature of you, man. And you're fast. You're very smooth on the track, and you did a great job. Keep your head on straight, and just keep doing what you're doing. But seriously, it was pretty impressive the way that you handled that situation. So good job, man.
Thank you.
I want to continue with that, AJG, actually. So when we first brought you into Giggity Racing League, a lot of people didn't want to work with you as you were a younger child. You had a fast car, but your arrogance level was over the top.
Yeah.
And we kind of basically we said, you're a fast car, but you got a lot to learn, And not just myself, we've had a few people talk to you, and we said, you got a lot to learn outside of just being fast. Kind of go through the process of where you first started, where nobody really wanted you on your team, to the point where you became a champion contender with the Giggity Racing League.
Well, this is going to be a little bit lengthy story. I hope you got time to stick around for it. Okay.
I don't have 20 minutes. I got like 30 seconds.
Not 20 minutes, yeah. Well, I started off, and nobody.
Yeah, we're all
really...
getting old. You're still young, man. We're getting old.
Yeah. Not all of us are under 15.
Everybody was just, they wasn't on my team, but they wasn't against me. They still had their shells out, and they wouldn't work with me basically. And I got drafted to Chevy, put in the Xfinity car, and I was not happy with the Xfinity car decision, so I worked out a deal to go to Toyota. And Toyota ran me in the Xfinity car for about half the season, and then threw me in a Cup car.
We talked about that earlier.
And
Yeah.
that's been the go ahead from anything. I believe I've got a bunch of respect, and I've gave a bunch of respect to a lot of drivers. Like, I feel bad for Plant. He had a rough night tonight, you know. But I believe I've gained and I've lost, you know. It's just been a bumpy road to the championship. But
Yo, man, keep that
Do you feel
attitude.
like you've grown? Do you feel like you've grown not only as a race car driver but as an individual by running
yep,
with this league?
most of the times now, I know my ego still gets me a little bit, but when arguments start, I just let whoever's leading the party know, you know, I don't want to argue with this guy, or if it's a chat, you know, I'm not going to argue, just leave it how it is. And
Um,
it's
Real
really
quick,
improved
we
me.
went over how mature that was of you to show your proof and bring up the fact that you believed that you had won or advanced into the finals. Um, Take us back to not just how you felt, but as a league in general, right? So I ask everybody, you know, how does the league, how do you enjoy the league? But as managerial, when we reviewed it as admins, how did you feel when we actually took the time, reviewed it, and didn't just say, sorry about your luck, you're out?
Yeah, it was just it. You have a great group of admins. I could say you took the time to realize, hey, he's got a point here. Let's see if he could show what's going on. And y'all took the time to review it. You delayed the race a little longer, and I really do appreciate that. I really do, because right now I'd be sitting fourth in the standings and not second. So I just appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for doing that, and it's an awesome group of admins. I believe small
Well,
group, awesome group.
you know, I gotta say, um, and it has to kind of do with uh, what Plant said before about how this
Hey,
group is so good.
Shadow, I need you to accept Spencer.
About how this group is so good, you know, and everything about the admins and all that. It's not just, it's everyone. All of you guys make Giggity Racing League. It's not just Taddy and the other admins. I'm sorry,
It's
Taddy.
every
It's
driver.
not just you.
No,
It's
you're
everyone that's
100% correct.
involved in here. It's you, man. You're part of
Without you
that.
drivers, we don't have a league.
You make it that, dude. It's all you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Just
And
don't
one
get
thing I would
don't get
like to say
cocky
really quick.
when you get real good.
Yeah, I'm not
All
getting
right?
cocky.
I know you're
You
not. I know
know,
you're not. I'm just
yeah.
want to put that out there.
Enoch, can I get you to accept that
Yeah.
race invite?
Yep.
I
Oh,
need you
is
to
there a second
focus
one?
on the 9 car there while we finish this interview
Real
with
quick,
Yeah, I got you. I'm with
AJG.
him.
I want you to do that
I
broadcast.
I love racing against these people in the Cup Series, Spenker, and going into the championship. In my eyes, he was a dark horse, and he really surprised me tonight with the way that he ran. And Plant, he had some troubles on the track, but I believe if it wouldn't have been troubling for him, it would have been all three of us would have been up at the front battling for the championship. But I do love racing here, and I will continue for season 3. You'll see me back.
Hey, AJG, real quick, while Spencer does his burnouts on the track and we do our interview with him, why don't we, do you mind just sticking around for just a few minutes while we finish this up?
That's good with me.
We got Plan in here, we'll keep you in here. Enoch, why don't you go ahead and carry the torch with Spencer? But real quick, Spencer, do you have your chat settings to always, party settings to always allow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta. Can I back out of this one? Cause
You want me to send you another invite to
You know,
another?
can I
Burnout
join the race? Were you doing burnouts? Because it just looked like you were kind of going in circles.
Yeah, it doesn't look like burnouts during the deal. It kind of looks like
All right.
circles. I'll send you another one though.
Yeah, I'll join with you then, and I'll just sit by you.
I'm gonna send it to you as
But
a broadcast again.
but hey, yo,
Last
Spanker,
couple
man, dude, you're champion, man. How's that feel to you?
It feels pretty nice. I've never won a championship before, so this is my first one, and it feels amazing.
Dude,
Hey, that's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
You're the. We've had now 4 championships decided, and you're the 4th person to tell me this is your first ever championship.
Wow.
It would have been my first
Land of
too.
op, land of opportunity.
That's good sense of humor. Yo, I gotta say, Spanker man, I didn't talk about you pretty much one bit tonight in any of the 3 races, I feel like. You know that? You know why?
No, I did not.
You're a sleeper, bro. And it's not a bad thing.
Dark
That's
horse.
good, man. Yeah. You know, you do your thing. You did a good job. Um, yeah, one question I have, do you think that having the 42 with you helped you get that win at Homestead?
I a
Definitely.
hundred.
Sorry.
I 100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. He definitely helped me. He was 100% a teammate to me. He would, push me or behind me, so we would draft together.
right.
Help me get away from the competition. And if I did screw up, he wouldn't try to pass me. He would just fall back in behind me and keep pushing me. Decide what I was going to do for my final pit stop and to get out in front of AJG.
We discussed this a little bit during the race. The team aspect of Giggity Racing League. So RJ Smitty, he brought you into Giggity first off, and then not only did he bring you into the league, he also brought you into his team with Team Chevy. How much of a difference from other leagues that you've run is the team aspect of it?
Hmm.
Take me through how it is with being able to, through the whole season, be able to be coached as you're running, or be able to have people to talk to you about what you're going to do under pit stops.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to have your teammates and you in a party together because, like I said, if they can tell you what to help you out if you make a mistake or anything, or if you're gonna have a pit stop, they'll tell you what to do to help you out. Or like if right at today, you're like, you know what, I'm a lap down. I'm not in the championship. I'm gonna help you out, to help you get this thing, and it's really nice. I've been in other leagues where I do have teammates, and they are in the same party with me, but they are not as much as a teammate as my teammates have been this year.
Uh, there was a big incident that happened on the track. I mean, it's the talk of the end of the race.
Yes,
It looked to me
yes.
like Plant got loose coming off turn 4. He was all over the track. He's in this chat. Plant, please stay quiet on this. I want to get his take on it. How did you feel when it looked like Plant just come across the nose of your car and put you into the inside wall? Did that feel like he was trying to keep you out of the championship, or could you realize that he was loose and kind of all over the place? Or just take me back through those two laps right there.
No, well, in those 2 laps, RJ was behind me and he was pushing me like he was most of the race. And I think
So lucky.
I think Plant, I don't know what he did. I feel like he took 2 tires or something. I know he stayed out longer on his tires,
He was yet to
but
pit. Just an FYI, he hadn't yet pitted at this point in time.
I know he did pit. I don't know if he took 2 tires or 4 tires, but me and RJ ran him down pretty quick in those 2 laps. And from what I saw was when I was going to pass him, I got the draft on him off of turn 4, and I went to turn underneath him, and to me it just looks like he tried to block it. It was a late block, and it put me in the wall. And when I saw that, it did not make him very happy. And in the heat of the moment, he did something that I think he would regret.
Smitty returned the favor.
Yes, Smitty did something not too nice.
Right.
I'll just
Yeah,
put it
we all
that way.
seen
Hey, can I make one comment on that really quick?
Your time is over.
Well, I just wanted to ask Spinker something.
But
Yes.
About pit strategy. Did you take 2 tires in the first pit stop and take 4 in the next one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I took 2. I took 4 in the first one and 2 in the next one, and I tightened my car too much.
Yeah,
Would've been
I'm
able
the
to
one
stay
that
with
told Spanker to do that, so you're welcome, man. No, I'm just kidding.
listen to this guy.
Nothing to do with it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you get that burnout pretty good?
I mean, if I was in the race, it would have been a little, I'd be able to see smoke, but he's just kind of spinning around. But it's still cool. It's still nice. I mean, it's cool. It looks good. That's a beautiful looking car.
I got a good one. I got a good one going right now.
You got a lot of circles going on.
Yeah.
Well, Spanker, you're also a rookie to this league, and I've kind of asked everybody the same question, real quick before we get our final thoughts. As a whole, how do you feel about coming into a brand new league that you've never really heard of, up and coming league, let me say, and being able to compete, and not only compete but win a championship? Give me a little bit about the talent that you raced against.
Oh, hold on one sec, guys. Hold on one sec. I'm in blue screen. Alright, there we go.
Wait, should I
And
join
we're
that?
back.
You just made me spit water everywhere, Teddy.
Do you want me to join that?
Yeah. I wanna be in there so that I can see the burnout.
Okay.
Alright. Anyway, so yeah, Spanker, go ahead and answer that question then.
Yeah, so the talent that I race in this league is pretty amazing. I mean, I got my teammate Celtics, my teammate RJ, you Taddy, Trout, AJG, Plant, who else am I forgetting? RKM.
There's a fluffy out
Mills.
there.
Mills Nation.
Yep, Mills out there too. Fluffy. I mean, the talent that I race in this league, I mean, they all deserve to be where they are, up in the cup spot. They are. Yeah, Noko when he shows up, definitely Noko. He's also a good, clean racer. But yeah, the challenge and the drivers in this league is like, it's very, very well clean racing. It not only makes the racing better, but it makes me a better driver to know that I can actually push these people a little bit further than I can some people in other leagues, and I know that I can trust them and they won't screw up and take me out or take someone else out.
There's so much trust in this league, and I really like it. And it kind of makes me think of a question here for you, Spanker. Now that you're the champion, right? Again, congrats. But there's a draft coming up. You're not, you're not like a team owner or anything, are you?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think I am a team owner, no.
So, and you're saying how you work so well with other people. Are you worried about who you may get drafted with, or whoever it is that you get drafted with? Are you totally fine with it?
I feel like whoever drafts me, it'll be perfectly okay because I know that I'll be able to make teammates with them and everything. We'll be able to help each other out. I'll be able to help them out, and everything will be fine because everyone in this league would make a good teammate, and they can definitely help me out, and I could help them out, and whoever drafts me I don't mind because I know I can doing a crappy burnout here.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't show up well, that's all.
Congratulations, Spanker.
Whoever that is, I don't know who that is, thank you.
That is Noko.
Oh, thank you, Noko.
Yeah,
I
man.
wish you would have been in on the track more.
I know, man. Sunday's just rough for me. I wish I would too.
Oh my god.
He doesn't wish he would at all.
Yeah, another
All right, guys.
competitor race.
So I have AJD, I got Plant, and I got Bankroll in here.
I'm
you
doing
guys
a
are more than
burnout
welcome.
now. I'm all pumped.
If you guys want to discuss how the end of that went, you're more than welcome to here. Realistically, let's start with AJD. I want to get your final thoughts on the league in general. I want to get your final thoughts on the season. I just want your final thoughts as the season comes to an end right now.
Well, going into the season start, I only came through halfway, so.
Yeah, well, but
started
you
off
were with
well.
us at the beginning. You just started in a different series.
Yeah, I started in a different series. So the season went well at the beginning. As soon as
There you go.
I ran a couple of dash races and got into the Cup Series, I ran pretty well. And then got into the Cup Series for full time, and it was just awesome because I got in and won my first race that I was a regular as. And then I won a couple of races, got to the playoffs, and then the playoffs were it was very slim, the window to get into the playoffs, and came down to the best three in my opinion. I don't know, Celtics is good too.
Hey, I didn't make it.
And Spanker, he was a dark horse in my eyes throughout the whole playoffs, but he's changed his total appeal to me now. Like, I'll be
Sounds
walking
like a
out
good
with him.
driver for underdog racing.
I'm no longer dark horse, maybe.
Spanker's one of the few guys that I
Spencer.
would actually like being on a team with next year that I'm not on a team with this year.
Let's go to you, Spencer. First time you've ever been able to be called it, but how does it feel to be called a champion?
Like I said before, I've never been called a champion, so it feels amazing. No one's ever said, "Hey, Spanker, you're a champion." So I mean, it's still kind of a shock for me for someone to say that. I've been waiting for someone to say it for a while because I've raced in other leagues too. But I mean, like I said, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
I gotta say, from when you first came into the chat and I asked you in the beginning, the tone of your voice then, from when Taddy just asked you now, it started to sound like it's kicked in a bit, It's settled in that you're a champion. At first you seemed kind of lost and confused, and now you seem like, you got a smile on your face when you say that, so good job, man.
Oh yeah, I had a smile on my face since I crossed the finish line at Homestead on the final lap.
Yeah.
Oh, good job,
From
man.
everyone here at Giggity, Spanker, I want to say congratulations. I'm happy to see a man like you be the Cup Preset Series champion. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have in the future. I can't say enough, man. Congratulations, man. You dominated. You did great. Let's go to
Thanks,
Plant.
Taddy.
Final thoughts, man. How are you? Final thoughts on the season as it comes to a close.
The good news is my air conditioner just kicked on, so my room's cooled down a little bit because that was a volcano in here for a minute. But I mean, overall, as I said before, this league is awesome. Everybody here, I have so much respect for them. I see some as friends, but I see a lot of people as family more to me. And it's just, I'm just grateful to be in a situation where I'm able to run in halves as much fun as I do with the people that I race against, and it's just incredible. Truthfully, like, anybody's looking to join the league, wants to join the league, definitely hit us up. I mean, we always have spots open. We don't tell anybody no.
Except for I might
Except for
tell
Nick.
Spanker no next season. He doesn't want a championship. I don't want him back.
But no, I mean, truthfully, the season, it has its up and downs. I mean, people get heated in the moment and, they don't quite think. And, that happens with everybody, not just one certain person. And, whenever you're going for points and stuff, it happens. It's racing. But at the end of the day, everybody's usually all cool, calm, relaxed, and just like, yeah, that was just, something that happened then. I'm over it now, type thing. And it's like, yeah, that's what's up, man. That's cool. But overall, everybody here is incredible. I respect everybody here so much, and the whole season's been great. Everybody's been incredible. So I'm just honored to be in the situation, and I'm just happy to, be around a group of guys who really pushed me to that next level to better myself. And there's nothing more I can ask from that.
Alright, Noko, you're in the chat. The season just come to an end, the full entire season. Give me your final thoughts, man, going into next season as captain.
Oh man, I feel like there was quite a few peaks and valleys. Everything culminated at the end with a
Do you have
few
do you have this
awesome
written
star
on
races.
do you have this written on flashcards? That was damn good entrance. Sorry, I had to say it.
No, not at
It's a
all.
country song.
No, everything culminated at the end, man, and I just think it was an awesome experience this season, and for myself to get crowned champion, it was definitely awesome. That feeling to win the championship is definitely the goal everybody in the league wants. We all start the season on the same level, and only one person can be called champion, and it's definitely not bragging rights. You can hold your head high. You're going with a lot of momentum, and now that we're switching over to Heat 4, I'm just very optimistic about the guys that I have on my draft board, and I know that they're going to stand behind me and my team 100%.
Until I swoop in and draft them. Thank you for that, Noko. Enoch, you broadcasted for us about the second half of the season on through. Give me a shout on your final thoughts on the league for the end of the season, too.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for bringing me in. Thank you all for giving me a confidence boost. Thanks for all the kind words that you all have said about my commentating. It's really nice to hear. And I think you guys are a great group. I haven't found one bad egg in this place. Uh, you guys are all on the same page. I think you guys think about bettering each other, and you're not selfish. And I think that's a good way to think in life. And really enjoyed watching you guys are on. You guys are all freaking talented, and y'all have your own personalities, and starting to get to know them. And I can't wait to see how Heat 4 goes. Maybe I'll race a little bit, right? But I'll just probably
New
wreck
Truck Series
everyone.
champion.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, just really thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance. I want to thank Trey too. He's been a lot of fun to work
He's
with.
great.
Everyone that's been in the booth. But we wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to talk if it wasn't for the driving, and you all have done an excellent job. So thanks.
I'd also like to say that, sorry, Teddy, but I just want to put this out there, that you're an awesome commentator, Enoch,
Thanks.
and I love listening to your broadcasting when I'm racing because it's awesome, it's really good broadcasting and it's fun to listen to while I'm racing.
Really
Also
cool.
Yeah, maybe I
to,
should point that out, Enoch. While we're running, I usually have the broadcast going in my chat so everybody can
Wow.
hear what you're saying about us. So live, we can either get mad at you or say, yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, I agree totally with Spenker. Enoch, you're an awesome broadcaster,
All
man.
right,
You've been
all
broadcasting
right.
for
Thank.
different leagues with me.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I
Yeah,
appreciate it all.
Enoch, I'd like to add, you're one hell of a broadcaster, man. I appreciate all the work you do,
Thanks.
and I'm just happy for you to be on board, man.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff you got going on, and I wanna grow with you guys, and I want y'all to grow too. You're freaking
Shattergram, you
excellent
too,
group.
man. Don't feel counted out.
We should get a pirate ship, you
Also
know?
Trey.
I don't
Also
know
Trey.
why, but we should get a
Real
pirate
quick,
ship
I
and
want to
become
point this
pirates.
out
Just
there.
kidding.
You're the only one of our regular broadcasters that's in this chat right now. Man, without you, this league wouldn't have grown as big as it is. Not just you, but Trey, Shadow Grim, Baker
Tabby.
Bones. We've had Little Man, everybody in the broadcast
Yeah, I
booth. You
know.
know, Boomhauer, he helps out a lot. Without you guys,
Oh yeah.
the league
Joko.
wouldn't have grown as big as it has. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are putting us out there. You guys are helping us out. Without even being on the track, you guys have no idea how much it's helping. I really
It's
want to say thank you from not just me, but everybody here at Giggity. We all thank you for what you've done for us.
oh well,
Absolutely,
you're
man.
very welcome, and it goes right back to you guys. You know, it's just we're all here together, and it's a nice thing. But
With that
it
said,
was a fun one.
let's do our closing moments
Yeah.
to end the season out here.
Go ahead,
Everybody at
Handlebars.
Giggity Racing League, thank you guys to any of the viewers or anybody that's viewed all season. Thank you for being a part of what we hope to be the future of esports. We appreciate every one of you. Again, without the viewers, we wouldn't have anything. Without the drivers, we wouldn't have anything.
Yeah.
You guys make this all possible. I want to thank everybody. And if you're a viewer and you're looking for a league to run, I mean, we're open. You know,
Hey.
we run 7 nights a week. Go ahead.
There's so Shannon Hayes on the chat. She asked what the order of the draft picks will be and who picks first.
Okay,
I think we can
so
go into that a
manufacturer
little later
battle.
on. When do you want to? When
Next
are we gonna
Sunday
do
will
it?
be the draft.
Next Sunday's
Next
the
Sunday will
draft,
be the
Shannon.
draft.
We'll
This
put it
coming
all out
Saturday
there.
will be. This coming Saturday will be our viewer race. We reached over 100 subscribers. We said we would do something special. We're going to have a 20-plus car field in a cash payout race for the winning driver. We're going to do that. It should be very aggressive, very violent, very great racing. We're going to do that this coming Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm not sure the time on Sunday yet. That's still to be discussed. That will be our live draft. We're going to draft our Cup Series, our car numbers, and our Xfinity Series all in one sitting. Truck drivers, unfortunately, will not be a part of the draft. They'll find out later on. However, all week long, we're going to run some open lobbies. We're going to try to do some live broadcasts according to that, kind of see our draft talent.
Oh, I'm in on that.
Try to get people broadcasted and see how they can't run, you know. The way we're going to do that is it's going to be tomorrow night, for example, is trucks. So we're going to run our Truck Series drivers. And then on Tuesday, NH4, a lot of people are going to start having it. We're going to do a little broadcast of NH4, a little broadcast of NH3, a little bit of everything for our Xfinity Series drivers. So tune in all week. We're going to have a whole bunch of different stuff going on prior to the draft. Try to get some draft stock built up with some of our drivers. And, you know, we might have some random interviews with some people you've never heard of in here. You know, just tune in.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say one thing really quick? Anybody that's been on the track with me this season, I've always been race clean this season. I can't recall one time where I've been race dirty. Taddy, I've raced you for the lead. I've raced Spanker for the lead, Plant for the lead. Every time I've raced up there, you know, there's never been... Okay.
I'm just kidding.
On a real note, though, none of you guys never wrecked me for a win, and I really do appreciate that. And Celtics fan, he could have did it many a times, but he never did. And he's... All of you guys are some of the cleanest people I've raced with.
With that said, we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Again, thank you to all the viewers. Thanks to all the drivers. Thank you to everybody. Season 2 is a success. I'm very, very excited to see where we move forward from here. Season 3 should be even better than Season 2 was. With that said, giggity, giggity, giggity. Let's go racing Season 3, boys.
All right. See you on the track, guys.
Well, hit him with your race, man.